this is it with the P90D that we're driving right now. And I'm looking forward to getting my car back. Really looking forward to it. After 3 service appointments within 2 months' time at Tesla's Decatur location, I felt that I had worn out my welcome, so I decided to start going to the Marietta Service Center instead. My first transaction in Marietta was a high-powered wall connector purchase right after Decatur had told me that I would have to order it from Fremont if I was going to buy one. This backed up my decision to cease all activity at the Decatur location. They made me feel as if I was a nuisance whenever I called or stopped by there. This is not how I expect to be treated when I buy a car from your company, especially a car that costs this much and has this many issues. I could understand being treated poorly if I was calling them screaming about my car, but my behavior was quite the opposite. Several times I was actually commended for keeping a cool composure despite all of the issues I had been dealing with. I was definitely a Tesla fanboy in the beginning, which contributed to my patience a great deal, but that patience would eventually wear thin. My next service appointment took place on May 4th, 2017. I was having an issue with the seatbelts in the second row captain's chairs. If the seatbelts were released too quickly after unbuckling, they would get twisted. There is a procedure that will untwist them eventually, but it takes patience because it can take several tries to sort it out. I have this down to a science now, but it wasn't so easy in the beginning. Someone decided to turn the seatbelt tongue around thinking it would fix the problem, but it only made it worse. This was the reason behind service appointment number 4. I don't really have to get into it right now, but this is it for this invoice. This was a quick visit. Didn't have to take a loaner, of course, because I sat there and waited once again, and everything was good. Okay, here's the seatbelt is twisted, and I've been waiting for this to happen so I can demonstrate what's going on here. So just, you can see that it's definitely twisted. So the first thing I'm going to do is when it gets this way, just pull it out. And then let it go. Just like that. And that's it, no problem. It's back in order. Actually, I do have a problem with this. It shouldn't be happening, but either way, that's how you sort it out. Service appointment number 5 was for a slow leaking tire. My left rear tire developed a slow leak that I was unable to spot, so I took it back to Marietta. It was on this appointment that I would pay for the first time, and pay dearly I did. They told me there was a nail in the sidewall and that it couldn't be repaired. Of course, this meant I would have to buy a new tire, but they told me they didn't have one. They said they were completely sold out. I started shopping online, not thinking once to contact Discount Tire Company or Kaufman Tire. I had always done business with these 2 companies in the past and was pleased with them. Tire Rack wanted a staggering $1,800 or more for a set of 4 tires, and I would have to wait for them to ship to Atlanta. Before I was able to look around more, the Tesla advisor came back and said that they had 1 tire left. The price for that 1 tire was $422.50 out the door. I was really disappointed because I had only gotten 16,883 miles out of that tire. This unfortunate event would kick off a flat tire nightmare consisting of 3 flat tires in just 3 weeks' time. Let me remind you that I do not blame Tesla for my tires going flat. That's just tough luck. I'm no stranger to flat tires anyway. I've experienced dozens of flat tires because I drive around so much in my line of work. And once again, I knew the tires for my Model X would be expensive, but it's inconvenient to replace a tire or tires after 16,000 miles. Unfortunately, here we are, about a week and a half later, if that, and I'm in here getting yet another nail taken out of the tire. This one's in the front right. So, and if you can notice by looking at this, let me see if I can get down here and let me get one more pick of it. But see if I can show you how worn this tread is. I mean, it is gone. I have 18,895 miles on these tires, and it's already looking like definitely within the next, I'm gonna be realistic here. I'm gonna say I'll be lucky to make it to 30,000 with these tires. I'm gonna have to replace them. I'm gonna go on and mention it again anyway. I had to put another tire on this side. The left rear tire had a nail on the inside of the sidewall, and they didn't want to take the risk of patching that, so I had to get another tire. There's no road hazard or any type of warranty, so it ended up being $422 out the door, which I was not happy with. I just got this car and the tires aren't even covered at all. So keep that in mind. When I called them to tell them that I had run into bad luck yet again so quickly, they told me it would be $50 to patch my tire. So instead of dealing with that, I decided to give these guys a shot. I've been doing business with them for many years now with a lot of my vehicles that I've had over the years, and knock on wood, they've never done me wrong. So fortunately, they have the tires that will work with this Tesla. They are Pirellis. They have Michelins for the rear, but anyway, this is what we're looking at. We're gonna get it patched today. They're gonna patch it for free, and they're gonna be getting my business with it. So, the tire's been repaired, but now I'm dealing with this. They say it'll go away. I really hope so, because right now I'm a little worried. But let's get going and see if this changes. So, still, well, I've been driving for about 30 seconds, but now it's saying 38 PSI. I don't know what these guys did. All right, I really hope this goes away. All right, it has gone up to 39 PSI. It's been a couple minutes now, so we'll see. I'm gonna stay around here though. This is really strange. I think it's time to turn around. So it took 5 minutes, but the warning went away. However, the PSI is not matching up all the way around, so I'm going to get them to gauge it up to 45 PSI and go from there. All right, now we're back in business. I decided to gauge it up to 44 all the way around, or I had them do it, and we'll see how it rides. It felt a little weird at first, but it feels okay now. It's just normally when you patch tires, you're going to, generally you'll feel the ride just kind of changes a little bit. That patch in there throws the balance off a bit, in my opinion. And I understand that they rebalance the tire and everything, but maybe it's just me being picky, or just because I know it's been patched and it just feels different. But that's just always been my experience and my opinion about patching tires versus plugging them. Firestone, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done to my wheel? Jesus Christ. My God. I cannot recommend Firestone to anyone, even if you are, maybe if you're completely stranded, but if you are in a Tesla, don't bother with Firestone. They do not carry tires for Teslas, and they have no idea what they're doing. So here we have it. I now have these wonderful scratches on my wheel, thanks to Firestone. And the manager was kind enough to say that he would polish the scratches out, but it's kind of a thanks but no thanks situation at this point. I just don't even want to ever go back in there again. I never need their help. And they gauged up the tires to 56 psi. So now I am manually letting the air out, and of course if I need to put air back in there, I've got this little compressor to do that. But yeah, it's really disappointing, because if you look at the rest of my wheels, there are no scratches on them. Of course, this wheel has never been taken off. But here's the front. Hello, how you doing? Here's the front right wheel that was taken off by Discount Tire, and I don't see any real major scratches here. I don't know why they couldn't get it right on the other side, but anyway, there you have it. So here we are, just over 20,000 miles. It's been an interesting one. I mean, an interesting 20,000 miles. Not quite sure where I'll be at 40,000. I've had some interesting meetings with other Tesla owners who have gotten 40,000 plus miles out of their Model X's, and I've heard a lot of different things, but this one appears to be holding up a lot better than the AP1 models. So we'll see. Here's to another 20,000 and beyond. This is a cup holder. You just press it, and it's, oh, now it ejects. See what I mean?